Hi. First of all, I just want to congratulate you on making the decision to invest in yourself. And so, now that you decided to invest in higher education, you're probably wondering, how am I going to pay for it? So, before you go searching for scholarships, one thing you want to do first is to check with your tribe's higher education department. Every tribe has their own education department that is full of resources, and they'll be able to direct you to different scholarships, grants, and other sources of funding that pertain specifically to you. So, depending on your tribe, you may or may not require a specific amount of blood quantum. For some tribes, it's half, at least half, or a quarter, or in some cases, 1/8. But you want to double check and make sure that you have all your documentation in order, and you also want to make sure that you have the FAFSA first and foremost, because once you submit the FAFSA, then your funding will be determined from there. Besides tribal funding, there are also numerous scholarships that you can apply for. So one scholarship that I highly recommend that you apply for is the COBA scholarship. It's open to undergrads and graduate students as well. And even if you're not pursuing a specific degree program, let's say you're going to vocational school, there are also scholarships available for that as well. And the thing to note about a scholarship is that the requirements do change from year to year. The GPA requirements sometimes change, as well as the funding amount. But personally, I got about $5,000 from this scholarship alone. Another scholarship that I highly recommend is the American Indian Education Fund Scholarship. I've gotten this for several years now, and what I really like about this is that it has a high rate of success and also a large amount of funding for the program overall. And I've gotten about $2,000 from this, split in between 2 semesters. So 1,000 for fall, 1,000 for spring. Every dollar counts. And get this, if you submit your application by March 31st, you can earn an extra point towards your overall score. So even though the deadline is April 4th, if you happen to submit it sooner, chances are you'll definitely get a scholarship. One website that I really recommend that you also look into is the American Indian College Fund website. And what I like about this website is that all you do is submit just one basic application, and after you submit it, you will automatically be matched to different scholarships based upon your tribal affiliation as well as the information you put in. So basically, just submit an application and let them do the rest of the work for you. There's also the American Indian Services Scholarship, and this resource and this website is my favorite by far. Not only are there scholarships for college students, but even if you decide to go into trade school, there are also scholarships for students who are seeking that path as well. And what I really like about this website is that, like, once you submit your transcripts, it'll stay in the database for up to 1 year. So let's say you get money for one semester, and if your GPA were to go down for some reason, you wouldn't have to worry about anything because your transcript, like I said, it'll stay in the database for up to a year. So you can most likely still get funding for the next semester. I highly recommend you apply through this. It has a high rate of success, and I've gotten this for about 3 years now. There's also the U of A Scholarship Universe website, which contains a wide list of scholarships that you may be eligible for. As for me, I'm a senior, my last semester, so unfortunately I don't qualify for anything anymore, but should you choose to go to the U of A, there are so many different scholarships that you can apply for. All you have to do is just fill out a basic profile with your information, your info like your GPA, your background, and whatnot, and you'll automatically be matched with a whole array of scholarships that will pertain to your liking, and you could possibly get a lot of money out of it. Who knows? And just as a quick side note, for those of you who are interested in pursuing a STEM major, there's also the ACES website, which contains a wide list of scholarships that you may be eligible for. And I'm not a STEM major myself, but I know quite a bit of people who have gotten some money from this website. You just simply fill out an application, and there's all kinds of scholarships for different kinds of fields, such as computer science, engineering, and just physics and whatnot. So I highly encourage you to apply. And last but not least, there's the Freeport McMoran Scholarship. And if you happen to be enrolled in one of the following 5 tribes, either the Hulabai tribe, Navajo Nation, San Carlos Apache, Tohono O'odham, or White Mountain Apache tribe, these tribes are given high priority for this kind of funding. So if you are eligible, I highly encourage you to apply. I mean, there's nothing you got to lose, but a lot of money to gain. And so, with that said, you definitely want to apply well ahead of time. Just make sure you got all your documents, everything you need, whether it's your transcripts, your tribal enrollment information, whether it's your CIB or tribal enrollment card. You also want to fill out your FAFSA first and foremost, because that will be a big factor in determining how much funding you'll get. But overall, the sooner you start, the better off you'll be, and you may just get quite a bit of money out of it. And so I wish you the best of luck.